down until -2. So your pi over 3, because we're translating to the right, that means we're moving, right? Because x is equal to pi over 3, so we're starting at pi over 3. Okay, that's where pi over 3 is, and then basically we need to figure out what's the next period after pi over 3. So what I like you to do right now is make sure your calculator is in radians, not degrees, and then you type in pi over 3 plus 2 pi. Okay, so you're going to get 7 pi over 3, right? So we know that that's one period. Oh, great. Make sure it reaches 2. So one period is going to be 7 pi over 3. Okay, does that make sense? And then basically, how do you figure out what this is? Well, all you have to do, because you know that one period is 2 pi, just add pi over 3 plus pi. Okay, let me just quickly do that. Yeah, so that's 4 pi over 3, right? So this is 4 pi over 3, but we don't really need that information. And then, because it's from -2 pi to 2 pi, right? So just make sure you also draw things that are on the left side, right? So in that case, if you want to figure out what one period is coming from the left side, all you have to do is make sure you have the pi over 3, and then I typically add that to 2 pi. But in this case, because it's on the left side, you need to subtract. So pi over 3, let's try this, minus 2 pi. You're going to see that you're going to get negative pi over 3. Negative 5 pi over 3, right? Okay, so let me repeat that one more time. In order to find what the period is on the left side, all you have to do is you take pi over 3 to begin with, because that's your c, and then you subtract negative 2 pi because that's your period. So when you do that, you're going to get negative 5 pi over 3. So that's one period, and then this is going to go and cross. There we go. Okay. I know it's a little bit off, but that's how your function is supposed to look like. Okay, that's one period. Okay, first of all, this is supposed to reach 2, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, we can do this. Okay, just imagine, guys, that this is at 2, right? Right here. So this is 2. So that's one period, right? And yeah, so this is basically your graph for this function. And because they're saying it's 2 pi, right? So maybe let's just quickly go over this just to make sure that when you draw the graph, it's within the restriction. So 7 pi over 3 is actually 420 degrees, right? If you calculate that. So that's actually more than 360 degrees. So you really need to stop at 2 pi, right? Actually, you can stop here because it's like one period, right? So pi over 3 plus 2 pi. So you're going to stop here, and then you're going to stop right here. So that's fine. Okay, so we've covered everything so far. And then for the next class, we can just go over h and oblique and slant asymptotes, and then we'll continue on with advanced functions. So if you do have any requests, please reach out to me. I know that there's probably going to be a lot of you, so just make sure, because I also love to hear from my students, right? So, and yeah, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And if you're interested to watch more of my classes, not just advanced functions, and in fact, I'm hosting a calculus class this afternoon at 2 p.m. So make sure to 2 p.m. EST. So make sure to stay in touch with me by checking out my daily schedule at oneclass.com/livestream. So that's where you can check my daily schedule for my classes. I host math and chemistry again. And if you have any friends who you think might benefit from this, please call or text them, and make sure to ask them to come join too. So I'll see you on my next class. Bye, guys.